So the Asians came up with what I think is probably the coolest way to create 3D product advertisements and commercials. This thing right here is called a 3D anamorphic screen. It's when they put a screen on the corner of the building and then there's a video playing on it where it looks like something's coming out of the fucking screen. Well, it turns out this shit is actually pretty easy to make in Blender, and if you've ever seen a video of one of these things on the internet, it captures a whole lot of attention on the street. So if you learn how to do this, you're going to have a pretty attractive skill in your arsenal, and it turns out a lot of people don't know how to do this. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Let's start the video. Okay, step number 1, we have to make a screen. We're going to use a default cube and we're going to lift that up by about 5 meters. And we're also going to move our 3D view down here near the ground, and with Ctrl-Alt-0, align the camera with your view. You probably want to select the camera, open up this height menu on the side. You want to lift this up to the average human height. So what's that, 1.75 meters or whatever. We're going to make the screen a little bit bigger. We're going to extrude this side backwards. So I think this shape is pretty good. Then we're going to take this corner and we're going to bevel that with Ctrl-B. Now you want to scroll up to make sure you have enough segments here, but just to make this a little bit simpler down the line, we're going to pick a number of segments which 90 is divisible by. That's because we have a right angle, that's 90 degrees, 90 is divisible by 15. You're going to see later on, it's just going to make things a little bit more convenient for us when we unwrap the screen. Now you want to add a couple of loop cuts here so that these faces are the same width as the faces on the bevel. Do the same thing over here on the other side, and then you're also going to add some perpendicular loop cuts like this, and this is going to be the surface of the entire screen. So now you can select all the geometry on the front. With P, you're going to separate that by selection, then take this selection here, you're going to duplicate that and lower it underneath your scene. This is going to be a backup, and later on this is where we're going to project the image, but in here is where we're going to create the animation. So now we're going to cut a hole in this screen like this, just so we can create some sort of an animation on the inside. I'm not going to make anything complicated just so I can keep this tutorial quick, but if you guys want, I can make another tutorial where I'll show you how I made this Oral-B animation here. If you want to see that in the next video, just let me know down in the comments. So let's just keep this super simple. We're going to add an area light into this room, then we're going to go shift a mesh. I don't want to use monkey because everybody uses the fucking monkey. We're going to go face builder head. Now we got a human head, we're going to throw that in here, and the animation is just going to be this head moving from this position here into another position at the other end of the screen like this. So let's just animate that super quickly, and once we got this simple animation set up, now it's time to render the frames of this animation. So you're going to cut your animation off on frame 50. That's because our animation is 50 seconds long. Then we're going to go up here to render properties, where you want to go down to film and you want to check transparent so you can render with a transparent background. Then go to output properties. Our frame rate is going to be 30 FPS. We're going to set the file format to PNG. Make sure you also check RGBA so you can also render the transparent background. And now just pick a folder somewhere on your computer. I recommend you make a new folder just for this project. Now we're ready to go. So you just go up here to render animation, and Blender is going to render out all the frames of this animation. I'm gonna make this quick because we don't got all day, but if you want to learn to create a professional, full fucking industry standard advertisement type of animation in Blender from scratch, like what you can see right now, I made a full course, modeling, texturing, animating, lighting, music, everything. You can check it out. There's a link in the description. Now let's get back to the fucking video. So it turns out we made some pretty creepy shit right here, but the render is now finished. And now we're going to take this backup screen which we have down here, we're going to lift that up to cover up the scene that we created inside the first screen. And then this is what you're going to do. We're going to add a new material onto this screen right here. You can name that screen. It might also be a good idea to take all the other items and then just hide them so they're not bothering us as we're working. And then on this new material for the screen, we're going to go to the shading tab, and here we're going to throw in an image texture node in which we're going to load up a frame from the rendered animation. So click on open right here. You're going to find one of the frames right here. Just pick any frame and plug it into base color. Of course, you want to go up here to object shade smooth. You want to turn down the specularity. You might even want to plug the color into emission and set the strength to 1. Now currently the projection is all fucked up, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to select the screen, go to the modifier tab. In the modifier tab, you're going to go add modifier, and probably for the first time in your life, you're going to open up the edit section where we're going to pick out UV project. In the UV project, you're going to open up UV map. Just select UV map. You don't even have to UV unwrap this. This is already there by default. Then in the object, you're going to target your camera, and as you can see, it's still pretty stretched out, so we're going to have to change the X aspect here to a number which is equal to the X resolution of our camera divided by the Y resolution of our camera. So by default, if we got 1080p going on, this number here is going to be 1.77778, and as you can see, when you make that change, now the projection is all nice. Now check this out. This is where we're going to be really precise, and here you're going to understand why we added 50 15 segments to the bevel in the beginning. You're going to duplicate this screen. Let's just throw that to the side here. Then select the first screen up here where you're going to apply the UV project modifier. And now we have to unwrap this until it's a flat surface. Now somebody tell me if there's an easier way to do this. I only know how to do this manually, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go over here to top view. Make sure that you're in wireframe when you do this. And first we're going to select the first vertex on this bevel down here. Place the 3D cursor onto that vertex, and then you're going to select everything else beyond that vertex. Make sure that your pivot point is set to 3D cursor, and now you're going to be able to rotate this. Before you do that, just go over here to your object data properties where you're going to add shape keys 1, 2, and now you're going to pull out a fucking calculator. So check this out. We're going to go open up a calculator. In that calculator, you're going to type in 90 divided by whatever number of segments you got on your bevel. In this case, it's 15, so that's 6. So the first segment here, we have to rotate by 3 degrees if we want to straighten it out. Then the next one, we have to rotate by 6 degrees. And then we just keep moving our 3D cursor. We keep changing the selection until we got the whole thing unwrapped properly. So we're going to have to repeat this process about 15 times until everything is properly unwrapped. And now once we unwrapped it, as you can see, we can change the value of the shape key 1. So we have the original position, and then we also have the flat position if we turn this all the way up. And now this is how we're going to be able to produce the footage which we can display on the screen in real life. So first we're going to press Ctrl 3 to go to side view. Then we're going to add a second camera. You want to make sure that this is the active camera by selecting it and going up here to view, go to cameras and click on set active object as camera. And now you can align that camera with your view, and then you just gotta make sure that camera is perfectly covering this canvas right here. So first you want to change the lens type from perspective to orthographic. Now you can change the orthographic scale, and this is where you want to change the resolution of this camera to make sure that it fits this frame here. So first we're going to have to zoom out a little bit more, then we're going to have to adjust the resolution a little bit more. You also probably want to make sure that this is in the middle by snapping it exactly in the middle of the geometry. And now finally you're ready to render out your final product. So first of all, just make sure that this looks right in the rendered view. You want to make sure that you don't have any lights which heavily impact this surface, so you might want to delete all your lights if you got your emission turned on. My emission for this surface is set to 2, so it's glowing pretty nicely. And then we go over to our output properties. We're going to change the file format to FFmpeg video. In the encoding section, we're going to change the container to MPEG-4. Output quality perceptually lossless video codec H.264. This is going to render an MP4 file. And now you just want to render that shit out. I'm going to use Eevee because it's going to be a million times faster. So go up here to render animation. Hold on, we fucked up before we render this. I forgot to load in the full animation. I just loaded in 1 frame. So in the material for the screen, just get rid of the current contents in the image texture node. Then go to open up again and go to your anamorphic animation. And instead of just selecting 1 frame, you're going to select all the frames, open image. Now it's going to load it in as an image sequence. So you want to check cyclic, you want to check auto refresh. And as you can see now, this is going to be an animation which we can render out as the final output. Then you go up here to render animation. You wait for a couple of seconds and you're going to be good to go. Okay, so now we got our video ready to go. Let's check out what it looks like on the original screen. So we're going to take the first camera that we had here before. We're going to go back up here to view, go to cameras, set active object as camera. Now this is the default camera. We're going to set the resolution back to 1920 by 1080p here. And then we're going to get rid of this screen and we're going to bring back the one from down here. And in that screen, we're going to load in the animation which we just rendered with the other camera. So once you load that in, you're going to be able to see that on your screen. Just make sure that you UV map this properly. So in this case, we got to get rid of the UV project modifier. Then we're going to unwrap this manually. We're going to use our 2D cursor to adjust that. So first rotate by 90 degrees, then scale to -1 on the y-axis. I don't know why they fucked this up. How does Blender not know that I want this to unwrap in a way that covers the entire image? Anyway, scale it up so it covers the entire image. And there you go. This is what the animation is going to look like on the screen in real life. Now guys, like I said, we just made this creepy simple shit today just so I can keep this tutorial simple. Let me know in the comments if you want to see how I made this little Oral-B commercial, which I think turned out to be pretty damn cool. And then if you want to learn more about product animation in general, you can check out my premium product animation course. There's a link for that in the description. It's going to teach you how to make some pretty fucking cool product commercials, which if you can make, it's going to attract some serious attention. It's going to help you get some clients, so it's going to be a pretty good portfolio piece for you. That's enough for this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.